The 971st edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Howdy-ho, Degenerinos. Welcome to episode 971 of the MMA Gambling Podcast, the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to one of our friends on YouTube, Brian Rose, who commented on our Samurai Fight House episode. Gonna have to call you Bumby after all those underdog picks. He called you Bumby. Dumby was right there. Like Dumby is way better, but no, he calls you
I went
Bumby.
2-2 on Samurai Fight House, by the way.
I know, that's the thing. And if it's underdogs, then you're up money. So
I don't think either of my underdogs hit. I think all the favorite. It was a chalk. Oh no. There was one underdog hit in there too. Yeah, it was kind of chalky. You didn't comment on my 4-1 night over in Arcana though.
No, Dumby. I mean Bumby. No, he didn't. He's Arcana.
That's 6-3 overall.
Those,
have ourselves a little weekend, holiday weekend.
And his real name's Gumby Vreeland, or Gumbo, or whatever else I call him, or Gumball. Danny V. I am Jeff Fox, aka the Dessert Warrior. Arcana. I just saw clips, but boy, there's some good finishes in that fight card for the first event for them. Eh?
Yeah, it was loaded. I mean, it's part of the reason why I talked you into doing that event. By the way, this is definitely what people came for in a UFC 323 in card preview. But that's part of the reason I talked you into doing an episode on it. Is like they have like really, really great prospects on that show, and like you're gonna hear about some of them on like a big show sometime in the near future. Like you're gonna hear about the Viplor Kipsanidze, or who was the other one that I was really impressed with? Oh, Abramishvili. Abramishvili was really good. He's up to 8-3 now. Like, there are guys you will hear from that show for sure. So
even the rugby guy looked good in his first ever fight.
Yeah. I mean, for a first ever AMI fight and a guy training for 4 months, he looked deadly.
Yep, exactly. All right. That's for the 5 people out there who watched that event. Was it streamed anywhere?
Yeah, YouTube. It was free on YouTube.
Oh, okay, good, cool.
I watched it live, man.
See, gummies are hardcore. Just like my brother's like, who is listening to your Samurai Fight House podcast and Thanksgiving the 2nd of drops? I'm like, well, MMA Upside's a special guy. MMA Upside's a special guy. That's who. All right, UFC 333 is what we're talking about today. Yesterday was a team ride. If you've not watched and or listened to yesterday's prelim episode, make sure you do, because Gummy and I are locked in, even on a bunch of dogs. We are locked in. We'll see if the mind meld continues for the main card. UFC 323, Dvalishvili versus Jan 2 is what we're talking about. After, I'll remind you, this is the last week of our merch holiday sale. So it's your last chance to get all the cool outfits that you see Gummy and I sporting on this here episodes if you watch us on YouTube. And you can get it at 25% off. So sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store is the place to go. Type in holiday at checkout, and you get the 25% off all your merch needs. All right. We can just dive into this card. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. We already talked about Arcana. That was the main thing we had to talk about to kick off here. So the last UFC pay-per-view, at least in the United States, they're going to find a way, Gumby.
They upped the price on Paramount a little bit already. So
right. Did you have Paramount? Do you already have Paramount?
I already had it. Yeah, because I watch football and stuff like that. So like, cool. Yeah, I already had Paramount. So like, it's a little bit more of a cost, but like you're saving a ton over having ESPN Premium, which was going to become a thing, paying for each pay-per-view. Like it's a net win for UFC fans.
For now, I wouldn't hold my breath, because things do not get cheaper in this world. They're going to find a way. Oh, this is a premium event. You got to pay for this one. They're going to find a way to get more money out of us. But for now, we'll enjoy it. So 323 is the last pay-per-view under the ESPN banner, we'll say. 10 p.m. start time as per usual. We're at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. We're starting things off with light heavyweight bout. Jan Błachowicz. He is from Poland. Bogdan Guskov. So we've got an X and a Guskov fighting here. An OV. I mean, he's from Uzbekistan. We're going to tell you about him first. Guskov. Zarevich. 18-3. 15 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's finished every one. He's been knocked out once, submitted once. He owes his round still. 4-1 in the UFC. He's won 4 straight and 8 of 9. 4 straight wins via finish. He's not lost a fight since September 2023. He's fight up at heavyweight. 2015 pro MMA debut. He's a kickboxing champion and a grappling champion. He's an inch taller than Błachowicz, 9 years younger, more active landing strikes. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.87 strikes per minute, plus 115. Jan, 29, 11, and 1, 9 knockouts, 9 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice, 12, 8, and 1 in the UFC and the former champ. However, he's lost 2 straight. And he's on 1, 2, and 1 over his last 4. He's not won since May 2022. He was a KSW champion in a former life, 2007 Pro MMA debut, Muay Thai champion, grappling champion, 2-inch reach advantage over Guskov. Better grappling stats than Guskov. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.41 strikes per minute, minus 117. Hey, my turn to start. This is the fight I'm wondering if we're going to get there or not on. I'm going Guskov. I can't. Błachowicz. I don't know why I keep saying it Błachowicz, but anyhow, Błachowicz. The age is an issue. The fact he claims he's got legendary Polish power, but he really doesn't finish fights is an issue. He's going up against a guy much younger who does finish fights. Overall, he's probably still a better fighter than Guskov, but I'm worried about the youth. I'm worried about a guy who actually finishes fights going up against an old guy who is on a losing streak and hangs around fights too long. So give me, especially not taking Jan at as a favorite here. So I'll take a dog right out the gate.
I'm going to take Błachowicz. You're right. We can differ on this one.
Gummy can't quit some old people. You're going to learn.
It's not just that, though. It's just how bad the grappling of Guskov is.
He's not that good, really. But
he's really bad at grappling. Like, exceptionally bad at grappling. Like, how long was he on the mat with Volkan Ozdemir before Ozdemir found us out? And, like, do you think of Volkan Ozdemir as being, like, a jiu-jitsu wizard? Like, and even Ozdemir was like, you know what the path to least resistance here is? Take this dude down because he's a fish out of water on the mat. Yep. And, like, not for anything. Like, you're right. Jan Błachowicz has not been much of a fight finisher on the feet after being the legendary Polish power guy who knocked out, what was it, Dom Reyes? He knocked out really viciously and stuff like that. Like, you know, like, he was the legendary Polish power guy. So much fun. But, like, also when he needs to, he grapples, right? Like, is that not how he beat Israel Adesanya and kept him from being a 2-division champion? He just shot those takedowns. And, like, maybe the fact that he doesn't have the power he used to have is actually a gift here, because maybe it means he'll just try to grapple. And, like, Guskov has been really poor. And I'm not just talking about the Volkan Ozdemir fight. Like, he did not stop Billy Elikana on a takedown attempt. Billy Elikana. You know,
most people are saying, who is that? Most people want.
Right, exactly. My point, though, is that, like, and if you did know him, you're even maybe more surprised, because Billy Elikana, not a great wrestler. And so, like, to see Elikana get him down in the only attempt he had, like, you have to imagine Jan Błachowicz can just, like, plow a double leg here and ground and pound his way to a win. At least that's the way I see this one going. So I'm going to take Jan Błachowicz. I think we're going to see lots and lots of grappling out of it.
Yeah, definitely could go that way. So, but I'm willing to take a stab at a dog here with the power. All right, we're moving up now. Maybe it'll be a team ride the rest of the way. I have a feeling it will be. 135, Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbott. They are both American bantamweights. We'll tell you about Cejudo, the messenger. Don't like the nickname. 16, as annoying as he is, right? 16-5, 8 knockouts. He's been knocked out once, so he's durable at the very least. 10-5 in the UFC, 2 division champ. Have you heard that before, Gumby? 2-time champ and an Olympic champ, Triple C. Have you heard that before?
Yeah, in fact, the nickname that they use on our screen is Triple C, but I actually like the messenger better than that.
Oh god. Speaking of triples, he has lost 3 straight fights. He's 0-3. Before that, he won 6 straight. He's not won since May 2020, Gumby. The good old days of the pandemic, eh? The good old days.
That was his fake retirement fight, right?
Yes.
When he tried to bluff them into thinking he was retiring, and then was forced to actually kind of retire.
Yep, it's very, very true. He's fight at 125, missed weight at 125. 2013 Pro MMA debut, gold medalist in Olympic wrestling. Better grappling stats than Talbott. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.36 strikes per minute in the octagon, plus 224. Talbott is 10-1, 7 knockouts, 1 submission. He has never been finished in a fight. 4-1 in the UFC. He won his last bout after dropping his first career fight before that. 1-0 in Contender Series, regional champ. 6 inches taller, 6-inch reach advantage, which is huge. 11 years younger than Cejudo. Better striking stats, more active landing strikes. He's outstruck his opponents by 2.79 strikes per minute, minus 233. Are we going to link up here, Gumby?
Honest question. Is Henry Cejudo claiming to retire after the Dom Cruz fight the biggest bag fumble in history? Like
if he really didn't want, if he honestly didn't want to retire, then yes, for sure.
Because then he has not won a fight since then, and the UFC,
he was still in his prime.
I think the UFC did. You know, when somebody says they're retiring, and the UFC just like leaves them in the rankings for like a year because they're like, I don't know, GSP might come back. He was taken out that morning, and they were just like, vacant title. Like
early 30s, and no one coming close to beating him, then you shouldn't have walked away.
And not a lot of great challengers on the horizon either. I mean, like more came, but like at the time the toughest fight he had was Marlon Moraes, right, in that route. So crazy bag fumble. And I'm gonna take Peyton Talbott here because in addition to Henry Cejudo being on a historically bad run since that moment, he was also said that this is his last fight. He's all done. He's not gonna fight again. The fact that he's saying it beforehand and not just trying to push the UFC's card, I'm more inclined to believe him in this one. And the other thing is, like, dude, how good did Peyton Talbott's wrestling look in that last fight?
Yeah.
You know, he went from being a guy who lost to Raoni Barcelos because his wrestling sucked, and then he started working with the Rotolo brothers a little bit and went out there and cross-trained at a bunch of other gyms, and man, he like took it to Lima in that fight. So like, man, I'm a believer in how much he's progressed since that fight. And then the reach change is just devastating for Cejudo here. Like, he is going to be swinging at a lot of air throughout a lot of this fight. Yeah. I think Talbott's going to hurt him when he does. Give me Peyton Talbott.
Yeah, Talbott's still young in his career, so he's still, rapidly improving on things. So, he's obviously the big hero.
And he's like a real cerebral guy too, I think. Like, I think when he's picking up new techniques, I think he picks them up really easily.
Yeah, I don't see a path to victory for Cejudo here, so Talbott is the play for sure. All right, before we get you some more winning plays, tell you about NoVig. We're brought to you by NoVig, NoVig. NoVig is America's #1 sports prediction market. NoVig, you're getting the best prices because they have reduced juice. NoVig is available in 35 plus states. Download the NoVig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with NoVig, promo code SGPN. And Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you win up to 5,000 times your entry. Gumby probably has a play for you. I just have a feeling.
Yeah, Thursday night football is the Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to take the higher than on George Pickens receiving yards, right now listed at 81.5. We're coming off a big CeeDee Lamb game. He was banged up a little bit. I think people think that number is going to be on the lower side, but I'm a big believer. Give me the higher than George Pickens receiving yards.
He's on my fantasy team, I'm pretty sure, Gumby, and I'm dominating the league, so there you go.
That explains it. Like a top 5 receiver this year, man.
There you go. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMASGPN. All right, we are on the same page for the first 2 fights. I've already heard you pick for this one, so I've heard you pick for the rest of them, Gumby. So get ready. Brandon Moreno, Mexico. Tatsuro Taira, Japan. They're fighting at flyweight. Third from the top. We're going to tell you about the assassin baby, Moreno. 23-8-2, 5 knockouts, 11 submissions. He has never been finished in a fight. Very durable guy. 11-5-2 in the UFC over 2 stints because they foolishly let him go originally. 2-time champion of flyweight. He's won 2 straight. Before that, he lost 2 straight. Before that, he won 2 straight. He's fed 135, 0-1 in the Ultimate Fighter. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, get all the good stuff. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Remember, the checkout code is holiday. 25% off. Let me see. He's been around professional MMA since 2011. He's more active landing strikes than Taira. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.34 strikes per minute, plus 110. Taira, 17-1, 5 knockouts, 8 submissions. He has never been finished in any fight. He's 7-1 in the UFC. Won his last bout via submission. Regional champ. He's fed at 115 and 135. 7 years younger than Moreno. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.33 strikes per minute. Better grappling stats than Moreno, minus 117. Unlike former champ Cejudo, Moreno still has plenty left in the tank. I don't know why he's being... I guess I can see why he's the dog here. I'm taking him, though. He's going to be better on the feet, and he's a very good grappler. Maybe not a better wrestler than Taira. Not a lot of people are better wrestlers than Taira, but he's definitely knows what he's doing on the mat, and I think he's going to be better on the feet. And I think he's a very live dog in this matchup. So give me the assassin baby. Plus 1.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about Pantoja in a second. And you're going to hear me gush about how great of a wrestler he is, because I'm just overwhelmed by how good his grappling abilities are here. And he barely was barely able to take down Moreno. I shouldn't say that, but like he whiffed on half of his attempts taking down Brandon Moreno and only wound up with like, I think it was 1 minute and 20 seconds per takedown of control time. So like he's both hard to get down and hard to keep down. And as we've seen with Taira, and I do really love Taira, love the wrestling abilities. His striking seemingly is coming along. He started pumping that jab out more. He's definitely rounding himself out. But when we saw him step up in ability level and his wrestling kind of fell apart, he was a fish out of water. He could not fight these top level guys in their realm. And that's for me why I have to be on the dog side of this one, is that like it feels like if you want to be in on Taira, you have to believe that he can take down and hold down Brandon Moreno, which pretty much nobody has done, right? Like outside of Pantoja kind of sort of doing it and Pantoja doing it in the tough house. Like those are the only times that people have really like held and kept down Brandon Moreno. And at this iteration of Moreno, like I think you kind of have to deal with him striking regardless of how good you are wrestling. So I don't think Taira does very well in that realm. So give me Brandon Moreno and his much quicker striking and probably better jiu-jitsu, if I'm being, completely frank.
All right, there we go. We are both taking the dog here. We'll go to the co-main event. I think the dog plays are done for now. UFC Flyweight Championship, Alexandre Pantoja from Brazil, Joshua Van from Myanmar, 5-5-man rounds, 125. The challenger Van, the fearless Joshua Van, 15-2, 7 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted once, 8-1 in the UFC. He's won 5 straight fights. He's a regional champ. 11 years younger than Pantoja. Better striking stats and twice more active landing strikes than Pantoja is. He's outstruck his opponents in the UFC by 2.5 strikes per minute. He's at plus 205. The Cannibal versus the Fearless. The Cannibal's 30-5. 8 knockouts, 12 submissions. He's never been finished in a fight himself. That is very durable. 35 fights. 14-3 in the UFC. He's a champ. 4 successful title defenses. He's won 8 straight, 2 straight via submission. 2-1 in the Ultimate Fighter. Regional champ. 2007 Pro MMA debut. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.48 strikes per minute, minus 223.
Yeah, this is.
Go ahead, gush away.
This is Pantoja all day for me, and it's no shade on Van. I actually think Van will be a champion one day.
We love Van, but just not here.
It's not his day.
Nope.
And no offense to him, but like his grappling defense has not gotten to the point it needs to be yet to deal with him. And like I know it's gotten better, right? Like he stuffed some takedowns recently. He's got that mean knee he throws off the takedown attempts and stuff like that. But like, I mean, we're 2 fights removed from him being taken down by Bruno Silva. We're 3 fights removed from him being taken down 4 times by Ray Tatsuro. And like, you want to go back. He got taken down multiple times by Jeff's favorite fighter in the whole world, Felipe Bones.
We're going to talk about him soon, year end and the futures. We're going to talk about him soon.
Yeah, I know you love it. You love yourself.
That's when I slipped off by reading his name off a screen.
Yeah, he loves Felipe, but Bones got him down 2 out of 6 times in that fight. And like, I'm not here saying that like Joshua Van's takedown defense sucks, because the thing is like he gets taken down in a lot of those fights and pops right back up, lands with the hands, brings a big pace. Like I love all those things about him. The problem is you don't outpace Alexandre Pantoja in the first place. That guy is just as good at the 25th minute as he is in the first. And then secondly, when you get taken down by Alexandre Pantoja, there is no getting up. He has you in a world of hurt from that. I mean, like, look at what he did to Kaya Sakura. All of those, like, I mean, he went in on a takedown. Asakura did the right thing, pulled his weight up. He like trips him with like an over under and then like jumped right on his back. And then he was there until he needed to not be there anymore. Like the thing about Pantoja is his jiu-jitsu is so high level that like when he has a hold of you, you're in danger right away. And against Ray Tatsuro or Felipe Bones or whatever one of those other guys we can mention took down Joshua Van, he's not in danger getting back up. He can get back up and do so kind of safely without having to worry about it and then bring the pace. And like here we first of all never really seen him put a 5-round pace on. And second of all, we have seen that with Pantoja. On top of that, I think he's going to get taken down in the rear naked choke's going to be there for Pantoja. So give me Alexandre Pantoja. No shame at the loss here for Josh Van. He's just trying to do something unprecedented at this point.
So you're picking a finish too for Pantoja. There you go.
You may hear about the moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm taking Pantoja too. He's criminally underrated. Like especially at his age, doing what he's doing in the flyweight division. It's not like this is a heavier weight class where he can get by as being an older fighter. He's putting down fighters younger than him, and he's 4 straight title defenses. Like he's pretty incredible. Yeah, I see him Van not getting past him as well. Too much too soon for the youngster here. So Pantoja is too good, too well rounded, especially in the grappling department to lose here, in my opinion. All right, before we get to the main event, Rhythm. Let's talk about Rhythm. All right, THMM. Rhythm's crushed NFL this season, especially on props. They've been really good at identifying when to fade players and take those unders. College Props was up and running with over 300 plus schools. Rhythm has predictions for every game, every night. Pairs nicely with the college experience shows on our network here with Mac, Colby, and Noah. Every game, you're prepared. Super easy to sign up, run predictions off the house model, or make your own and play with the sliders. With so many sports and the holidays, this makes it easy to get an elite prediction on a game so you and I can focus on other sports. Gummy will give you an elite prediction right now. Make it elite.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys, Thursday night.
You
don't even have to take the points that they're going to give you anyway. Just get in on the money line. Dallas is rolling right now. They can't be stopped. Cowboys over the Lions.
They can't be stopped, really.
They just beat the Super Bowl champs and the Super Bowl runners-up in a 5-day span.
Are they making the playoffs, Gumby?
They fixed the defense. Get in on the Cowboys' future ticket for the playoffs.
They can still make the playoffs, right?
They still can. Yet? It's a possibility. Yeah. This Lions game is a big determination point for them. So right. yeah, they're going though.
All right, Gummy's sure of himself. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month, and you can check if Rhythm's still sure about the Cowboys as well. So download Rhythm, RITHMM, and use promo code SGPN25. Wait, main event time. Another fight we kind of know who's going to win before the fight actually happens, because we've actually seen this one happen before. UFC Bantamweight Championship, Merab Dvalishvili from Georgia, Petr Yan from Russia. 5-minute rounds, 135. The challenger is Yan No Mercy. Petr Yan, 19-5, 7 knockouts, 1 submission. Never been finished in a fight. 11-4 in the UFC and the former champ. He's won 3 straight. Before that, he lost 3 straight. He's not lost a fight since March 2023. That was to this man, Merab. Regional champ, 2014 pro MMA debut, an inch taller than Merab, 2 years younger. Better striking stats, more active landing strikes, and he is at plus 340 on the board. The Machine, the best, maybe not the best name, the most apt nickname in the sport. He's 21-4, 3 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been submitted once. 14-2 in the UFC. He's the champ, 3 title defenses under his belt already. He's won 14 straight. He's not lost since April 2018. He's fed at 145. Regional champ, 2014 pro MMA debut. Sambo, silver medalist, an inch of reach over Yan, minus 376. Eventually, Merab, the wheels are going to fall off, especially.
I don't think so.
Eventually he's going to. Not this way. You think he's going to go on? He's a machine.
Like this until he's 50.
You got to worry about the amount of times he's been fighting. It's good. We get to see him fight lots.
Do you have to worry about
his
that?
style?
The
dude
dove face first to a frozen lake and won that battle.
That's true. Oh, that was funny. I forgot about that. No, I don't worry about Merab at all. But no, he's already shown that he can beat Yan. Yan deserves the rematch. He's turned his career around. It looked like he was done. He's turned his career around, so I have no problem with him getting this fight. I just don't see a path to victory for him nor anyone else right now in the sport. So Merab, obviously, via cardio, is the win.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, right? Like obviously Merab's cardio is like next level. You can think you're training for 25 minutes with Merab, but you're not training. There's nothing that could prepare you for that. I don't think his pace is unprecedented. It's definitely, in my opinion, the best pace and pressure of anybody in UFC history. I don't think anybody can do what Merab is doing right now. I think it is the very best the sport has ever seen. And in addition to that too, like trying to draw a path to victory here for Petr Yan is so hard after watching their first fight back. Dude, at no point in time in that fight did he look like he was in it. Like it is 25 minutes of him getting beat in any way that Merab decides to beat him. And I don't know like what you can point to and say the adjustment is that he's going to make, right? Because like he wasn't winning in minute 1 in like a brief striking exchange. Then he got taken down a bunch of times. And then he was still not winning in the striking exchanges after that. And then he gassed before Merab did. So, like, what are you saying here that is the change? If you say, like, oh, well, you know, he'll figure out Merab striking. Okay, well, then will he defend the takedowns? Oh, maybe the first couple. Okay, yeah. And then will he have better cardio? Like, he has to fix literally everything in order to win this fight or somehow come out, like, with a lucky shot. And the thing is Merab, that dude has taken so many left hands that I thought should have knocked him out, and, like, none of them have. He is definitely built in a way that no human being has ever been built before. And Petr Yan would have to change functionally everything about the first way that he fought him in order to beat him. I don't think he can do it. Give me Merab Dvalishvili. And this isn't going to make its way into my special picks, but I'm going to throw this in here. I don't hate the Merab Dvalishvili finish prop here.
Really?
I think there's a decent chance. And I know Petr Yan's never been finished. I think there's a decent chance that Merab puts a pace on him that he can't keep up and breaks it. Right now I saw it was plus 460 for him anyway inside the distance. You can get sub and knockout for 460. We saw with the Sean O'Malley fight too, that like in the second one, the challenger like just decided early to take more chances. I think Petr Yan might find himself in that same bit as he starts to see the fight slipping away from him, like kind of go for broke and find himself in even worse positions and even more tired. I think the Merab Dvalishvili finish prop is probably the most fun way you could play this fight.
Is Merab's cardio the most dangerous weapon in the sport today?
Yes.
Of anyone's
100%.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Because I mean, like he went in there and started ragdolling Umar Nurmagomedov. Like not just taking him down, ragdolling. He took him down with a single leg, like ran the pipe, dropped him on the ground, and pointed and laughed at him. Like, when have you seen somebody do that to a Nurmagomedov? Like, it's crazy that it was, don't get me wrong, his wrestling is also very good, but like 100% that happened because he had just worn Umar down to nothing.
Yep. All right. Let's give you a recap, then we'll get you some fancy plays. Don't you go away yet. We both have Merab, Pantoja, Moreno, and Talbott. He's going with Błachowicz. I am going with Guskov. And now we got locks, dogs, props, and Hungerman Jong something. The end. Is it me? I think it's me to start.
I think it's you this time. I don't.
Do you know my lock? Do you know my place like you usually do?
Man, this one's a little bit harder. For your lock, are you gonna go with Chris the Problem Duncan?
No, just okay. Because T-Rex possibly. That's gonna come through. Do I want to go with I have one down here, but I really want to go with whatever. I'll take Peyton Talbott. It's way bigger than I usually like to get, but I don't see a path to victory for Cejudo. So give me Talbott minus 233.
I'm going to take the Smile Killer. I'll take Fares Zayn.
Yeah.
I like him against Sadikov. Yeah, really nice line here, but also more so than just the line. Love the way his wrestling is changed. So and for your dog, let's see, you just went with kind of a big play. So you're definitely looking to get back some of those dollars. So you like Edson Barboza.
No, I think I'm going to write about him today. Yes. I'm going to take Manuel Torres instead. Almost as good a line, plus 190. Talked about him yesterday against Grant Dawson. So give me him. And Gummy's got Zion at minus 128 for those keeping track at home. So
minus 128. Nice. And I'm going to take, I know it's a cheap one. I'm going to take Brandon Moreno. I think we're going to see a levels fight here. And I think he cashes as an underdog for us.
All right. And for my prop, let's go with the big one. Chris Duncan via submission. Exhaustion submission plus 345. Gumby, like you said yesterday, he's a bagger and tagger, and McKinney is probably the easiest way out for him, right? Give up your neck.
I maybe was about to talk about it. So
sorry.
It's funny. I think I talked you out of a different one because I told you I was going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about both of them. But my official prop of the week, it's going to be Alexandre Pantoja by submission. Love Joshua Van. Don't think he can survive 25 minutes, especially on the ground here with Pantoja. Plus 160 on the sub for him. So love that line.
All right, Zion, Talbott, locks, Moreno, Torres, dogs, Pantoja sub, Duncan sub. All right, Hungerman Jong Superfan Stumplings coming up.
Yeah, I might have to recalculate out how good this one is because you got a better line on the Duncan sub than I did.
Oh, there you go. Good.
I had Duncan sub at only 300, so I might have to pull up my parlay calculator here to make sure I get the best possible line here. So I'm gonna go with that one. As you said, it's just kind of one of those things where where I think he's going to tag him and bag him, or I think like the desperation shot from McKinney when he's starting to get tired is there. Guillotine. If you want to get to that crazy book that we talk about sometimes that has specific submissions, Chris Duncan guillotine looks nice. So I'm going to say Chris Duncan by submission. You gave me 345, which I appreciate.
Right.
And I'm going to pair that with Bruno Ferreira knocking out Marvin Vettori.
All right.
Yeah, I know Marvin Vettori, not, you know, a guy who's been a little bit on the durable side, but he's kind of getting up there with the miles. You know, I think Bruno Ferreira's grappling's good too. I could see him getting tired and shooting a bad takedown and getting like, you know, hip throwed over and wound up in like mount and just getting grounded pound finish too. Lots of different ways Bruno Ferreira could finish that one. That one's plus 270. So if you pair those two together, you're going to get plus 1546.
Ooh, that's going to be a juicy play. Duncan submission, Ferreira knockout, 1546. Beautiful. All right, you're all set. You can chat more with us, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord, MMA Gambling Podcast on YouTube, SGPN MMA on Twitter, at Gumby Reeland for him, at Jeff Fox for me, at Jeff Fox, at Jeff Fox Writer for me, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram. Enter my, go to my Substack, enter my free UFC 323 pick'em contest. We told you who's going to win and how, so now you win the contest. That would be moneymma.substack.com. Gumby talks to fighters on this other podcast of his called Top Turtle. Who are you talking to this week?
Yeah, we got Myron Santos fighting this weekend, and we got AJ Fry, who's going to be fighting in the Apex UFC Vegas 111 next week.
All right, so check out Top Turtle, and of course, sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Holiday at checkout, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. Gumby will bid you farewell until Sunday.
All right, I'm Data Gumby Freeland. He's the assassin, baby. Jeff Fox, and we will see you on Sunday.